Hey, Thomas here with Much Props. A while back I had made a post asking if you guys would be interested in taking a tour of my man cave and studio and maybe even, what goes on outside too, so you want to do that? Alright, let's go ahead and start outside, and then I'll head you into the man cave so you can see all the ridiculous stuff. So I'm going to switch so that you don't hear muffled me behind a microphone. So right outside on my back porch, I've got a large carport that covers about 800 or 900 square feet, which gives me ample room to put a saw or two underneath, a sanding belt, the typical stuff. This is where I do all my spray painting. You typically don't see all of what you're seeing at the moment. I use these storage tote type things to house my ridiculous amount of spray paint that I have, and I kind of color code it: white at the bottom, black at the next level, red warm colors, then cool colors, kind of splitting it up so that I don't get too confused. It's a nice storage deal, but the cans do get a little heavy. Then I also have a storage container that houses my hoarding. I know it looks kind of chaotic, but it's pretty well organized into cables and random plastic parts and leather and scraps and other things, electronics, also boxes of Plasti Dip and other stuff. This is kind of where I house all the random junk because it is a lot of junk. Let's go ahead and go back inside. Those of you who watched me before I started my channel, I started with polyplastics, and all of my polyplastic videos were recorded right there in front of that painting that you see on the wall back there. It's a charcoal drawing. This is the man cave officially. I have moved all of the props that I've made over the past couple years into this room. This cabinet here I built a few years back and actually recessed the top a little bit so that I could fit in all of the game cartridges to like my Xbox and my PlayStation. I thought it was a cool way to add a top, so it is customizable. You can remove parts of it. Then I didn't really have a wall that I could just hang weapons on, so I kind of just made a basket for it, and then I hung a bunch of shells because I have an absurd amount of helmets and crowns, things like that. This is where all of the laziness happens, I guess. Then on this wall, it kind of just continues with all of the randomness. Yeah, I still have that Plumbus that hasn't met that goal. I may just give up on it and give it up to somebody here pretty soon. I got these little bookshelf things at Homes, I think, for really, really cheap. I got a couple paintings up. That one on the left of Johnny Five was made by my cousin Justin, who's a pretty awesome artist. And then, of course, there is the bookshelves around my fireplace that I built a few years back and redid the tile and stuff around the fireplace. Not claiming that I'm a handyman by any means, but I know how to do stuff. Got this giant. Oh, what is that? Oh, it's how did it get on that? I don't know. Moving on. More of the same stuff. I just finished that monster mask not too long ago, so you can definitely go back and watch that. Notice that they're side by side with the other one, so you can see how closely they resemble each other. Got a lot of pickaxes and stuff right there from Fortnite that I still haven't gotten rid of. You can buy all this stuff on Etsy. Almost all of it's on sale on my Etsy store. And with holidays and other things coming up, it goes on sale pretty often, so definitely go on Etsy and flag my shop. Here is the studio in all its glory. I put some of that foam padding around the entire room. It does muffle the noise a little bit and gets rid of some of the echo that hopefully you'll notice in the sound quality of my videos now. It's not as bad. This whole entire wall was kind of just dedicated to the electronic stuff. Here is how kind of I store bulk stuff. I put it in these little boxes, and then I need to go back and label them at some point, but they are divided up into adhesives and foams and tools and that type of stuff. I got a bunch of these totes at random spots: Walmart, Hobby Lobby, Harbor Freight, a couple other places, and it's kind of helping me to organize some of the random little bits that I've been gathering over the past few years. This is currently where I'm sitting at editing this video. I know that's super meta. All my videos get edited here now. I used to do it on a big projector, but since I redid the studio, I actually gave myself a space to do it, which is a lot nicer. This is typically what you don't see. You don't see the lights and all that stuff shining down on me as I'm building a video, and that's pretty much it. The lighting and stuff I bought all on Amazon. The little articulating arm there is how I film over the top of my head, which is pretty nice. There's a small closet in this room, and it usually is jam-packed full of random foam bits. You saw there was some Cosplay Apprentice WTF in the corner. I hadn't put that in my closet just yet. I don't have a lot of space, but it also has got a couple of Nerf guns that I'll probably mod here in a little bit and make a video over. But that's pretty much my shop. I hope you like the tour. Maybe it'll help you in some way, or at least cure some of your curiosities. Now let's go to outro, Thomas. Well, that's pretty much it. It is a relatively small space to try and make 2 videos a week. All the stuff that I just walked through in the other room was all in this room. So it was pretty crowded for quite a long time in here, and then eventually I cleared out that room and kind of walled it in so that it now is part of my room. And you saw the outside. We have a big carport out there, so I can, spray paint and saw things if I need to, or use a sander or any of that kind of stuff. And then I've had that big storage unit on my back porch that I house all that random Halloween stuff that I stock up on every year, and all the random things that people give me at Christmas to make stuff out of. So hopefully that gives you kind of an idea of what I'm working with here at my house, my studio, and maybe it'll give you some kind of insight into maybe how you could set yourself up. I did not start out with this. It was literally a small corner in this room is where I started building. If you were watching me when I did videos for Polyplastics, it was in my kitchen, so you may have recognized that backdrop of the statue of David that I drew in charcoal a while back. I used to record all my videos in there for Polyplastics, and yeah, this year has flown by pretty quickly. The channel has pretty much doubled in size. I can give you probably an exact number right there. Videos are hit and miss depending on what people like, what people don't like, how hateful they want to be towards whatever I decide to build for the week. I don't know of too many builders that can consistently put out as much content as I do. 2 videos a week, and a lot of it with free templates and things like that. Hopefully you guys appreciate what I'm doing here, what I'm trying to continue doing. And it is a lot of work, but it is very rewarding at the same time. So thank you for tuning in, and thank you for subscribing and watching, and hopefully hitting the bell icon and all that other random stuff that you're supposed to do to support YouTubers. It has really changed kind of my life in terms of what I do when I get off of work. I used to be a coach for a long time, and after I stopped coaching, I had this big block of time that I didn't have anything to do. So I started making stuff a lot more consistently, and it kind of just snowballed from there. Usually it was people encouraging me to, oh, you should definitely record yourself doing that, or oh, how did you make that, or that's kind of how the channel started out. So hopefully it has been beneficial to at least a few of you. I know I get messages from time to time with people telling me how it helped them build their kids' Christmas
present, or how they were able to make their costumes for Halloween. That truly warms my heart and humbles me. And the fact that you would then also share it with other people and tell them where you got it is truly an awesome experience. That is the video. I do have more stuff coming up pretty quickly. I've got 2 videos that I've pretty much already built, and I've got another build that I got in the mail the other day. I'm going to try something a little different and possibly do some mods to something that somebody else built, and definitely give them a shout out when I put it out there. Thank you to everybody from the bottom of my heart. This year has been crazy busy, but at the same time crazy rewarding, and yeah, maybe you will make one of the things that I have made on my channel, which is over 100 a year for the past 2 years. I think I have a total of like 260 videos uploaded on my channel. Most of them are builds or paintings or things of that nature, something being creative. Hopefully one of those things will spark your interest and you will in turn get into making stuff, because it is truly something that you will probably benefit from for the rest of your life. It is not just me trying to be sappy or me trying to tug at heartstrings, but it is a way to release creativity, which then releases endorphins and makes you feel good and feel accomplished, and sharing that with other people, even if it's not that great, can potentially get you out of a dark place and give you a purpose. So yeah, hopefully you have a great year, and hopefully this upcoming year will be even better for the channel, and hopefully we'll continue to grow and develop as a community and be more supportive and appreciative and sharing with other people. And yeah, inevitably somebody's going to ask you how you made the things that you made, or how I made the things that I made, and hopefully you'll point in my direction. Maybe you'll get some
yay!
And inevitably they're going to ask you how'd you make it. You can give them one of these. Tell them much props. If you paid close attention, you saw next build coming up. It was in that room back there. So you may want to rewind it and look for it. It's next to the bookshelf. Peace out!